This is a small size Kamuning Moraya paniculata in a colander. I will be making a small bonsai out of this, and I will be removing some trunk or some major branches to create taper. So gabas ko na dong. Padayon nagpalipin nito. I can layer this, but I will not be, because it will destroy my garden. Branch cutter, finishing branch cutter. So Kamuning have very aggressive roots. As you can see, I remove this, and we will be also cutting some roots so that this can eventually be accommodated in a smaller pot. So this branch also I will cut. Again, I could have layered this, but as I said, very little space now in the garden. So that's my bonsai. The trunk definitely needs a lot of cleaning and trimming. See, ito nito. So there will be just, this is in a colander method, meaning if you can see the roots are still bearing out. Kuha pa natin ito. So this needs some cleaning and trimming. Sa ang gunting ito. Okay, now we have removed it from its pot colander to reduce its roots. See, you have very large roots here, as I've said. These are very aggressive. It has aggressive roots, so in order to accommodate in a smaller pot, we have to remove the large roots. I-focus ang kuan ha. I will focus on the roots. Ito wada ang root do, ito pa kita siya. Dili, bayang sa ako, balik. Oh, see the roots now are much cleaner there. So that can be accommodated in a small pot, but for now we'll still put it back in this colander. Okay. So we are cleaning the trunk. Well, too big. Okay, so we'll give you. Okay, that's the bonsai now. All we need to do is grow it more further, so that it will have a more foliage emanating only from this trunk. And you have a nice nibari there in a tapered trunk, and then you have the first branch back branch, and this will be the apex. Okay, so that's the Moraya paniculata, or Kamuning tulis, as locally called here. Okay, this one is a similar plant from this one. This is still a Kamuning. This has a previous video. Okay, I am removing the weeds. There's so many weeds. Grass growing on it. So this one I have already shown. So my aim for this is to make a sort of this same size, but of course this has a bigger trunk, and this will be a lot smaller, but I just want this to have a thicker foliage. So that is the goal for this. And this one, this has been flowering before, and now there are no flowers yet, but it's starting to bloom. So I'll try to focus that. Try to focus that and see. Oh, there. So these ones are blooming, and they will, when it's full bloom, it will become white. Okay, so there are others also. So they're actually blooming all around. Okay, see? So that's a Moraya paniculata. That's the scientific name. And then what I'd like about this bonsai, aside from its flowering nature and very fragrant flowers, is that this has a very good bark color, and it has aggressive roots. So just like this one, you see very large roots, and this has been trunk chopped here. So this was a lot taller, maybe twice this height, and twice its height, and I trunk chop. Okay, and then so now this is the Kamuning. This was the previous Kamuning. I have a larger one actually. I still have one larger, so I'll show you the larger one. Okay, I'll show you the larger one. Actually, this is the largest, which I planted in a colander. Okay. This is still there are no flowers yet, but they're starting to, oh see, there, that's it, they're starting to bud some flowers. So okay, this one still have many grasses. I planted in a colander so that I can still grow more roots. Then I can grow a lot of foliages. Then that's the time I will transfer this to a smaller pot. So the colander is here. That's a plastic. Actually, okay, let's try to see what has become of the roots. See, that's the root structure of the. Okay, plant the one. Since I have already pulled that out from its main pot, see, what you do here is that the purpose of the colander is that so that you can facilitate trimming the roots, and what will happen is that you will have more roots inside. So by the time you will want to transfer this, in its small pot, then you will have root ball which has a greater density. You have a denser root ball. Okay, so that's the purpose of this planted in a, even if you do not have a bigger pot, this will just trim on its own, and it's called air trim. It will air trim on its own. See, but this one I am deliberately trimming it, so I will leave this for another year or one growing season in your case. Those living in a temperate climate, and so I can put it back, actually put it back and then let it grow again, then do some trimming if needed. But for now I'm not going to trim, because the flowers are, the buds are just flowering. I will enjoy first once the flowers are in full bloom, and then it will create a fragrance all around in the environment, especially at night time. The fragrance will reach the inside of the house, and this smells very good. Okay, so that's my kamuning, from this, what I say, medium size to this. Oh, sorry, that one is broken. Accident. So this one was a broken pot. I have to replace this. Okay. This one is a medium size, actually. For in this case, let's just say this is the large one, this is the medium one, and this one is the small one. Okay, I hope you enjoyed and learned something how to maintain or how to make a small bonsai, and using the colander method, and then also this one in a small pot, but the pot is broken now, so I have to transfer this in another pot same size, or meanwhile in another plastic tray. Okay, thanks for watching.